Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to Your Football Predictions, the series where I put my predictions up for the weekend's football and you guys put in your predictions as well, and we see who comes out on top. So, the Premier League was back at the weekend and some pretty big scorelines. So, I actually had a championship game in there as well. Derby beat Hull 5-0, Man City beat Liverpool 5-0, Newcastle beat Swansea 1-0, and West Ham beat Huddersfield 2-0. So I got 0 correct scores for any of those games. The best I did was say that Newcastle would beat Swansea 2-1. So 1 correct outcome, 0 correct scores. Not a great week for me. Now, as for you guys, a handful of you got 1 correct score, so everyone who did, big up. And 1 person won it this week, just. So, Hugo Brown, I will put his YouTube link in the description. Make sure you guys go and subscribe, I already have. He had that West Ham would beat Huddersfield 2-0, so that was his correct score. And then he had that Newcastle would beat Swansea 2-1. So 1 correct score, 1 correct outcome. That's all it took this week to win. So big up to Hugo. And if you want to be shouted out in next week's video, I have put all of the games we're about to discuss down in the description. Copy and paste it, put it in the comments, and add your scores. So yeah, let's get on to this weekend's games. So to start things off this week, we are on the Saturday 12:30 kickoff, and that is Crystal Palace versus Southampton. So, Crystal Palace, bottom of the league, 0 points, first team to have lost every game and not score a goal since 1993. So they have not had a good start to the season. And as of yesterday, I think it was official, Roy Hodgson is the new manager. So, can Roy turn things around for Crystal Palace? Interested to know what you guys think down below. And as I said, they're playing Southampton. They are currently 13th and have got 5 points, I think, at the minute. So, pretty average start for Southampton. You know, they probably could have done a bit better. But at the same time, mid-table for a first 4 games isn't bad. But, yeah. Can Roy inspire this 0-point team to get their first win of the season? Or will Southampton continue their progressive run and pick up a few more points? It's a funny one because Crystal Palace have been pretty useless. Actually, to be fair, they've actually done all right in a few games and have got a bit unlucky. But, I mean, like the Burnley game when they lost 1-0, they actually played quite well. But anyway, I actually think that Roy will inspire a win in this game. So I'm going to go 1-0 Crystal Palace. And our 3 o'clock game this weekend is Newcastle versus Stoke. So, unfortunately, I will not be at St James's Park this Saturday for the match. I'm on holiday, like I said, and that is the one downside of this holiday, is just missing that match. Obviously, I was away for the Swansea game as well, but with that being an away game, I don't know whether I would have been able to make it. But yeah, I won't be at St James's Park for the Stoke game. But I will be at Brighton the week after at the away game, so hopefully that vlog might make it up to you guys. But like I said, Newcastle versus Stoke this Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. We beat Swansea at the weekend 1-0, which I was very happy about because they had a pretty decent transfer deadline day, bringing in Boney, Sanchez, and I thought they were going to be high on confidence. Rafa wasn't there because he wasn't well. We've got injuries left, right and centre. Mitro got suspended. But yeah, we won 1-0. Really happy for Lascelles getting his goal, you know, captain's goal. And then as for Stoke, who obviously we're playing against, they are currently 12th on 5 points. 1 point behind us at the minute. But they have beaten Arsenal. And they drew with Man United last weekend. So they haven't had an easy start to the season. And they're doing all right. So I do think it will be a tough game. I'm just really hoping Newcastle can carry on that confidence from winning against West Ham, winning against Swansea, back at St James's Park. And I'm hopeful for a 2-0 Newcastle. Yeah, Rafa's back. And hopefully we can get another win. So our Sunday game is 1:30 kickoff, and that is Chelsea versus Arsenal. Arguably the biggest game of the weekend. Chelsea currently in 3rd place, Arsenal currently in 11th place. Not the greatest starts of the season they're ever going to have. I mean, Chelsea lost against Burnley in their first game, but then went on to win their 3 next games. The other weekend, Arsenal lost against Liverpool 4-0. But then they beat Bournemouth 3-0 at the weekend, so a lot of goals in their games as well. I mean, Chelsea won the Champions League 6-0 last night. So it's going to be a decent game. Obviously, like I said, it's on the Sunday on TV for us all to watch. And it's at Chelsea, it's at Stamford Bridge. And I just think, yes, Arsenal do have that decent team, but I don't know where their consistency is at the minute, and I think it's going to take a lot for them to go to Stamford Bridge and win. So I am going to back Chelsea. Hopefully there's plenty goals from both sides. I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea. And to finish things off, again, another game on the Sunday. This one's at 4 o'clock, straight after the Chelsea versus Arsenal game, and it is Man U versus Everton. So Man U started off the season amazingly, to be fair. Won 3 games on the trot. They then drew with Stoke at the weekend. I did think Man U were going to win, but decent game, and Stoke put in a really good performance. And then you've got Everton, who beat Stoke, first game of the season. They then drew with Man City and then lost to Chelsea and Spurs. So you have to say, Man City, Chelsea, Spurs is never going to be a good start to a season for any team. And Everton, unfortunately, have had that run. The thing is, I understand them losing to those teams because they are really good teams. If Newcastle played Man City, Chelsea, Spurs, in a row, I wouldn't really want to guess how many points we would get from that. But Everton have spent a lot of money and are presumably looking to really be getting in the Champions League, the amount of money they have spent. And I think they should have done better across those 3 games. To get 1 point from those 3 games, I think is a bit disappointing. And now they're playing Man U away, so the run isn't getting any easier for them. And I think they really should want to be getting something out of this game. Having said that, I do think Man U will win. I think it'll be a tough game, and if Everton could get something out of it, it would make it a better game as well. But I am going to back Man U. Lukaku was on fire. Rashford got his Champions League debut goal last night as well. So I'm going to, hopefully goals, but I'm going to go 2-0 Man U. And that is it for this week's video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed, and like I said, get your predictions down in the comments below. I always make a note of all the predictions before the first game kicks off, which this week is the Crystal Palace Southampton game at 12:30 on Saturday. So early Saturday morning, I will be making a note of everyone's scores. So make sure you get your predictions in quick so you don't miss the deadline, basically before the first game starts. Alright? But I hope you have all enjoyed the video. Next week's video will be back in the house, back to normal. But yeah, I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. So, loads of videos coming out at the minute. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you do. Drop a like if you are enjoying this series, because I do love doing it and I want to keep it going. So make sure you drop a like. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later.